Project on Marxism and Gatsby. What is Marxism or social power? A Marxist lens deals with differences between social classes and criticizes capitalism. Karl Marx was a political theorist who perceived struggles between economic classes. He famously said, "The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains." He believed in the idea that literature reflects the social institution in which it is created.
Social classes in the 1920s. Flamboyant parties were not good representations of how the typical American lived. There were many people living in poverty. Lots of people were reckless in spending and bought stocks on the margin. Consumerism was rampant, and everyone needed to have bigger and better. Prohibition was in full swing, so lots of people made money from bootlegging. Because of the consumerist nature of the time, advertisements were very influential on the public.
How does Gatsby reflect social power of the 1920s? Social classes in the book. In the book, the lower classes are not mentioned in very much detail, except for the Wilsons. George and Myrtle Wilson are essentially destroyed by the Tom and Daisy's wealth. Myrtle is run down by Daisy when she's driving Gatsby's Rolls Royce, and Mr. Wilson is destroyed by his loss. In The Great Gatsby, Fitzgerald talks about how Tom and Daisy's wealth is used as a shield. He says that they are careless people, Tom and Daisy. They smashed up things and creatures and retreated back into their money, or their vast carelessness, or whatever it was that kept them together, and let people clean up the mess they had made.
The Great Gatsby also reflects the extravagant consumerism of the 1920s. People were so consumed with cars, jewelry, and alcohol that they didn't care about how it affected society and the people in their lives. Tom impulsively buys a dog for Myrtle to buy her love. The advertisement for the eyes of Ethelbert is equated with the eyes of God. In society, the advertisement represents how consumerism replaces spirituality.
Old money versus new money. Gatsby is looked down on for having new money and working for his money. Even though he is filthy rich, he is seen as lesser by Tom. Gatsby earned his new money through bootlegging, the illegal selling of alcohol, so many people viewed him as corrupt and fraud. F. Scott Fitzgerald questions the existence of the American dream, since people couldn't actually work their way up from nothing. Gatsby loved Daisy because she represented everything he wanted in life, but she would not stay with him because he did not have financial stability. This shows how shallow and materialistic society was.
Tom doesn't even have to work for his large amount of wealth, and Gatsby criticizes him by calling him the polo player. Drifted here and there unrestfully wherever people played polo and were rich together. In Gatsby's view, people from old money in the 1920s had no real purpose. Even though Tom doesn't even work, he is more respected than Gatsby, who has actually had to work for his money.
Effective wealth. After Gatsby and Myrtle were killed, Tom and Daisy retreated back into their wealth, facing no repercussions. When Gatsby died, no one showed up for his funeral, even though when he threw parties, his house was always full. Looking back on Gatsby's parties, the bespectacled man, one of 3 who came to his funeral, commented, "Why, my God, they used to go there by the hundreds." This quote from the book expresses Fitzgerald's idea that people cannot buy happiness or friends with money. Although he had extensive amounts of money, nobody truly cared about Gatsby, seeing that they did not even bother to show up to his funeral.
In conclusion, Fitzgerald criticizes 1920s society. He believes wealth cannot fulfill happiness. It is impossible for people with new money to gain the same respect as people with old money. The American dream does not really exist. Consumerism is rampant and replaces spirituality and morality. Lower classes are ignored by society. The Great Gatsby reflects the corruption of the decade and the class differences that it defines.
Thanks for watching!